So good morning, everyone. So today I'm here and I'm going to be making this kidney pie that I made it before and haven't made it in a while. I mean, it's been a while since I made this here. So I'm going to show you just everything that I have and what we're going to be using and all like this. And then it's going to be some more videos I'm going to put on this here. If I know how to download it on this here video that I'm making. You may see it and you may not. So I'm just letting you know that. Okay? So this is everything I have that I'm going to be using. This is kidney. And this right here is beef. This is chunks of steak. This is a steak eye right here. And I have onion that I'm going to be using. I'm going to dice these up. Okay? And I have some potatoes. I'm going to put these in chunks. And then I have peas and carrots. That's going in there. And I'm going to use me about 3 or either 4 of these mushrooms. These are whole baby Bella mushrooms. And I have beef broth I'm putting in there. Now, and I have Worcestershire sauce that's going in. And I have salt, black pepper, and I have some bacon dripping that I'm going to put in there too. Now, I don't know if I want to use this little pans for the pie, or I don't know how I'm going to make it yet. But I have some pie crust here because I really don't feel like making my crust right now. But I'm going to take it and fold it over and I'm going to do my own little thing with it. And I have me some thyme here that I'm going to take and put in there. Okay, so first let me get everything cut up and I'll be back. Okay, I'm doing my potatoes. So I'm dicing up my potatoes to where they, let me see, this size right here, okay? This is the size I have them. All right, so everybody know it's not a big size, it's a small size. Because I want to make sure that it's going to go along with the carrots and everything and almost be about the same size as the carrots. So everything is just, I want everything just to blend on up in there real good. And I hope I told y'all that I had beef broth. Because, you know, sometimes you could be doing so much to where you can't remember everything that you say that you have and that you have put into things. So I just wanted to make sure that you know that I did say that. Okay? So I don't think I'm going to use 3 potatoes. I think it's just going to be 2 potatoes I'm going to use to go in here. And that's about it because I don't want a whole lot of potatoes in there because I have vegetables. And by the time you cook down this here kidney shrinks and it goes real small. Very small. Oh, and I wanted to tell you that my brother is on his last treatment this week. So he's taking off from work this week because he's going to be doing his last 5 treatments. I appreciate everyone praying for him and keeping him in your prayers. He is doing okay. Okay. You know, he don't feel his best right now. You know, he's still feeling kind of bad. But he keeps going. He keeps going. He doesn't let anything get in his way. And I want to tell everyone, thank you so much for your prayers. And you can see him on Facebook. His name is Kerry Woodard. He's on Facebook. So y'all go check him out on Facebook because he always gets up saying something positive to people, and I love how he does things in life, you know. All right. So I'll be right back. Now, when doing your mushrooms, Make sure you slice your mushrooms up. What you don't want the stem. I don't want the stem in there. The stem is good, but I don't want it. I'm just gonna dice up these mushrooms and everything because I just want them diced up. Okay, to go in there. I don't want them whole in there, nothing like that. I just want them like into dices. And this is how I'm doing this right here. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to incorporate everything into that, okay? Okay, so now we're going to do the meat. What it is, you're going to want to keep this fat on this meat. So don't discard your fat. Keep your fat, okay? Keep it. Because that is what's going to make the flavor. All that you want to keep. You don't want to discard anything in there. You're going to take and you're going to cut it up into these here chunks. Because these chunks right here is what I'm going to fry. Okay? This is going to fry and it's going to get softened and everything. Now this piece of fat right here, get rid of it. Something thick like that, get rid of it because we don't want that. We want us some little small little cuts up in here and everything. Not too big, but just enough. Big old pieces of fat like that, discard, get rid of it. You don't want that because this right here has a pretty cut in it, that which is going to make it very well. Okay, so most of it we're going to keep. Some of it we're getting rid of. Now this right here, I'm going to season this up with some salt and black pepper. And then I'm going to fry it on top of the stove. And when I fry it on top of the stove, I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to show you what else we're going to do to it. But right now I'm cutting this here into little cubes. Just little cubes like this here, okay? This is what I'm doing with this. I'll be back when I'm finished. Okay, now in the skillet, I'm going to put me some bacon dripping in there. Okay? So this is how I'm doing it. I'm using me about 2 tablespoons of bacon dripping because we don't need a whole lot in there. Okay? And then I'm going to let this here get hot. And then I'm going to fry my meat up in there. So this bacon dripping, I'm putting it right there, okay? Okay, so now with my meat, I'm going to take my meat. I'm putting me some black pepper. And some salt. That's about, you're just going to sprinkle it on top of there. Don't get too heavy-handed with your salt. Okay, then you're going to mix it on there really good. Okay, then we're going to go back and we're going to put us some salt on there. Now after we finish putting the salt and pepper on there, we're going to go back and we're going to put us a little flour on there, okay? Now the flour is another thing too that is going to make your gravy too. Because we're going to fry this here on top of the stove. Okay, so you're going to mix this here up in there. Just like this. And then after we do this here, we're going to go back. We're going to fry it on up. Okay? And it's just like when it's time to fry things up. You just take it, put it on in there like that. Fry it up. Okay, and I'm going to tell you how much of meat this was I used. You don't want it to cook it all the way. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to cook it all the way. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to do this kidney up. You're going to take the kidney, cut it away from here. Cut it away from the fat. part of it. And it will cut away. Just pull it on away and cut it off. Okay? Because, let me see this part right here. Yeah, just we're going to cut this on off of here. Just like this. Okay, cut it away from there. So that we, and don't forget, kidney do shrink. It is going to shrink on us. Okay, so we're going to get all this here cut on away. I'm trying not, because I am a type that will cut my fingers in a heartbeat. And I already know this. So let me go ahead on and get this kidney on cut up. And I'll be back. Okay, so this is the meat I have right here. So what I'm going to do, we'll put my onions in there just like this. Okay, now don't forget from the flour you have scraping. Make sure you go back, you scrape up under that, because you want to loosen it up, because this is what's going to make your gravy. Okay, so you're going to go back in there, you're going to loosen that up while this here is cooking in there, just like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do, while we have it cooking like this, we're going to loosen that up some. We're going to take and we're going to put our kidneys in there. And go ahead and let that cook on up in there. Okay? So that's in there. And that's going to cook in there. Alright? So we have that in there. So that's going to cook on up in there. Okay, so we're going to let that cook a little bit in there. And while this here is cooking up in there some, I'm going to be, you study, scrape the bottom of this here. So this is what you want to do, is scrape this. So you go ahead on, let the kidney, go ahead on, cook a little bit on up in there. And while that's cooking just a little bit, just until your kidney start turning a little bit more colors. Okay? Because what you want a little bit of this here flavor to go up in there in it. Okay, so while this here, it's cooking like this here, up in there, just like this here. Okay? Make sure you take it and get all this here in at the bottom. Because this is what's going to make your gravy. Is all this here in at the bottom. Okay? All this here at the bottom is what's going to make your gravy. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put our mushrooms in here. Put your diced mushrooms in there. Then we're going to add us some Worcestershire sauce. About 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce that's going in. And then we're going to put us some thyme in here. Let me scrape this in here at the bottom. Because this is what I want to get scraped. Is at the bottom of here. Because this is what's going to make my gravy. Because all this here at the bottom is going to make my gravy what it is. So this that flour from that meat. And this is what's going to make everything the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so let me get some thyme here. Put some thyme in there. Okay, now for the beef broth. Okay, we're going to do 1 cup. I think about 2 cups of beef broth. So this is going to go in the oven and finish cooking. And then we're going to put in the potatoes. That's going in. Then we're going to put in the carrots and the peas. See, because this right here is peas and carrots. So this is going in. All of that's going in. And this right here is going to make a beautiful gravy to it. This is going to be a beautiful gravy. And I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to stick this here back in the oven. And what I'm going to do, I'm putting about 1 more tablespoon of black pepper in this, on this here, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let them take and put me a lid on top of this here, and I'm going to stick this here in the oven for 2 hours, okay? Because I want this meat really tender, and I want this to turn into a gravy. Okay, so now I finished it. Okay, it has cooked for 2.5 hours. Okay, and this is how it's turning out. And I decided that I am going to fix it like, not a pot pie, but I'm going to fix it like a pie. So I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to go with it, okay? And things, but I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to let it cool. I'm going to let it have the seasoning come on up in it. And after cooling everything, then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay? Okay, so I'm back here. Listen, I decided to go get these quarters. They're fried. There is dough already. Empanda. It's a dough. It is already made up. And I wanted to try these because my sister-in-law had made some. And I loved the taste of it. And they are already cut out and everything. So I said, let me try these right here. And this is, I got my grease going right here in this pan. Because you can deep fry these. They have them coming in 5 inches and 7 inches. So I got me some 7-inch too. And this is everything already made up right here. Okay. For the kidney steak pie. So I already have this already here. Let me grab me a fork here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these right here and do them like this here. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me some of this right here, put it on here like this. And that beef so tender, it just takes and just smash all up all on its own. That's what it's doing. It's smashing all up all on its own. So we're going to get this like this. Take this here, smash this down into here, just like this. Okay? I'm going to smash it on down into there just like this. Now this is so easy to make. And I know children is just going to love it. You can take and make you some of them pies. You don't have to have kidney. Take and fix you some steak pies or something like that. Okay? Do it that way. Make you some steak pie. The next one I'm not going to fill it up so much. Just going to use a little bit. I'm not going to fill it up that much. But them 7-inch ones, I can do it like that. I can fill it up as much as I want to. Then you're going to smash this here. Just like this on here. Smash it on down. My grease is hot over there. And it's making noise. Go ahead on, do it on like this here. Smash it on up. Now this is what we're going to be frying up here. Okay, so let me do some more of them. Then I'm going to fry them on up. I think I'll take these two right here and just fry them on up so everyone can see what it's going to turn out and the way it's going to look. Let's see. Let me go ahead and fry these two on up here. Let them go ahead and fry on up. While that's frying up there, I'm going to go ahead and make me another one here. You can make so many of these to where I think children just love it. You can take and put steak and gravy. Make you some steak and gravy up and put them in these Popeyes and put you some potatoes in there and peas and everything in it. And make you some Popeyes for the children. They'll love it. They will just love it. This is a quick way of doing something for your babies. If you want it for your babies, do it for your babies. So I'm still frying them up. Don't have that many more to go. But this is how many I've done already. Okay? Don't have that many more to go. So, I have finished them. Kidney steak pies. See them? I have finished them and they turned out so good. They really, really did. And I'm going to take me one here. And I'm going to try this here. Because I'm definitely going to want to see what it's looking like. Okay? So, let me go ahead on. Cut on into it. You can either cut into it, bite into it, or whatever. God, thank you for the food I'm about to receive. Amen. Oh, my Lord. It's good. It's good. The crust is good. Everything is good. So the only thing I want to tell you is that if you don't like kidney, use beef, something like that. Use the chuck steak beef. Use that. If you want to use something else, use that because it is excellent. And put your onions, make your gravy, fry it up, put your flour and salt and pepper and all like that on it and fry it on up. And it will turn out wonderful. Make your gravy to it and let it cool down. You can let it sit in overnight and then make it the next day. Or if you have any left over, you can always take and make some. The children is going to love it. They're going to really, really love it. Have your vegetables and everything in there and serve this up as something you want to have extra to do. I did it like this here. I hope you like it. All I want to do is tell you, give someone a big hug. Tell them you love them. And stay blessed. Stay safe. And I got one more to make. One more. I'll be back. Bon appetit, baby.